Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to ask what will happen in June for the DM and the DF and the connection. Also, this is a timeless reading, so if you're clicking on this video for another month, then just know it has to do with your next month. So say you're clicking on this in January, then this will be for February. Okay, so let's start with the Divine Masculine. So what will happen in June for the Divine Masculine first, and then we'll do DF, and then we'll do for both. Okay, so what will happen in June for the Divine Masculine Collective? 2 cards. What will happen in June for the Divine Masculine? I feel like there's more cards in this than the normal tarot deck. It's really hard for me to shuffle. Okay, for the Divine Masculine, what will happen in the month of June? 2 cards, please. What will happen in the month of June? Okay, so we got 8 of Cups and we have Page of Wands. That's interesting. Okay, so we have interesting and Page of Wands. Okay, but they're reversed. Okay, I'm going to ask for a clarifier on this, but what I'm getting is, so the 8 of Cups is usually about somebody walking away from something. So it's almost like the Divine Masculine will not be walking away anymore. Okay. But the Page of Wands is also reversed. So this is somebody, so usually when I look at the Page of Wands, traditionally it's a tarot where someone has like a staff of fire and they're ready to take a chance. So what this tells me is that in June, your Divine Masculine is not walking away whatsoever from this connection. But at the same time, they're not really ready to take a risk either. They're not ready to make that risk of getting rejected. What they're also telling me, though, with the 8 of Cups reversed, is that they are doing an inner quest. They're going within for their spiritual quest. Instead of looking outside of themselves, they're going within, is what I'm getting. But let me get a clarifier. I'm going to use that deck as well for a clarifier. Can I get one more card, please? What will be happening in the month of June for the collective Divine Masculines? One card, please. Just one card. What will be happening for Divine Masculines? Sorry, my stomach keeps growling. I hope you can't hear that. It's dinner time. Okay, we got 2 of Wands. We got decisions. So this tells me that some of them will make a decision. Some of them are still in stalemate. So the 2 of Wands, they're kind of going back and forth on what they should do, because I feel like they don't want to walk away, but at the same time they're not ready to take a risk. But let's take one more clarifier. They're making a decision, though. Trying to make a decision, because they call this tarot decision, so it looks like someone of them will be making a decision. Okay, why is this here? Why is the 2 of Wands here, please? What is this decision on? What does this decision have to do with? I'm gonna, one more time. What does this decision have to do with? What's going to happen in June? What does this decision have to do with? I got Twin Flames, but it was reversed. Okay. So, it's like their decision is based on whether or not they should go into union. Okay. Let's get one more clarifier. But then I'm going to do one about the connection, but this is just for the DM. Okay, what I really kind of want to know what was going to happen for the DM personally. So why is the 8 of Cups reversed, the Page of Wands reversed with the 2 of Wands? Like, why? What is going on in June? What the heck is going on here? Y'all are confusing me. What's going on in June? One more card, please. Well, we've got the camera. Okay, so this talks about learning from the past. It talks about a perception of the past, reminiscing about the past. But it's also about making new memories, the camera. Okay. But we're going to look at the connection. Okay. But so far, it looks like they're not ready to make a move in June. That's what it looks like. Looks like they're not ready to make a move. Looks like they're not ready to come. On this timeline, I can only read a timeline. So whatever timeline we're on. Okay. So let's look at the divine feminine. And that's based on your vibration. So we're still working on our shadow selves. So in a way, it might be good. So with the divine feminine, what is going to happen in June? 2 cards. What's going to happen in June for the divine feminine? What's going to happen for the divine feminine in June? Oh, interesting. Okay. So the divine feminine, I wanted like more personal. So working on yourself, like a work in progress. So yeah, so a lot of you, because due to the retrogrades, still working on your own, integrating your own shadow sides is what I think this retrograde is all about. It's like this last push for all this healing. Because how can we feel we're all one if we're not feeling all one in ourselves? Okay. So if we're not feeling that oneness with our own shadow side and parts of us that we don't like, how are we going to feel like we're all one with everyone else? Especially those that trigger us. How the heck are we going to feel one with them? The ones that trigger us. Well, we got to get rid of those triggers. The only way to do that is to do our shadow work. If you look at Monday's video, I go very in depth on that. And they had me do this, I think, because of all the retrogrades. And then we also got strength. So a lot of us will be stronger. A lot of us will have this restraint. So what they're telling me, so the lion is in, so what they're telling me is that the lion is representing the ego. Okay. And so it's like we're taming the lion and we're having like that restraint and we're having that strength and we're taming our own ego, our ego minds. Yeah, we're taming our own lions inside of us. Whatever that was out of control that was inside of us, we're going to get strength over that. We're going to take our power back over that in June. And we're going to be working on ourselves. Okay, but let me get clarity. What the heck are we going to be working on? Working on what? What does this have to do with? Why is the Eight of Pentacles here with strength upright? Why is the Eight of Pentacles with strength here? Why? Page of Pentacles reverse. So usually, so what the divine is just, they're asking us to focus on our own prosperity. They're asking us to focus on our own growth, our own development, our own concrete ideas. They're asking us to do that. Okay, but let me pull a card from here too. Concrete ideas. Do you guys have any ideas? They're asking you to work on that. Put pen to paper. Come on now. Put pen to paper. Get those ideas going. What ideas do you have? As you can see, I'm always changing my channel. I've always got pen to paper. I'm always like, okay, let's do it this way this time. I'm always like trying to figure like, what's the best way to get people in twin flame union? Like, what can I do? Like, what can I talk about? What's the best way? Okay. Trying to come up with solutions to help all of this. Whoops. Okay, so can I have a clarifier here? Yeah, so the Grim Reaper is reversed, right? And so it looks like, sorry, I got to straighten out my leg. Hurts being on my knees. Okay, so the Grim Reaper is reversed, and so it's like a transformation where the divine feminine finally comes to the notion of, you know what, this relationship is not over, and there are second chances, and we're just growing and transforming. Okay, and like you kind of come, because I think for some of you it was more like, yeah, it's over. It's just nothing's happening. But I think in June there'll be kind of a realization where like the strength will. It's like you'll take over your ego, because your ego is always trying to tell you, don't listen to your ego because it's always wrong. Your mind is always kind of like telling you, oh, don't you remember what happened last time? And we don't want to get hurt again. And so we need to like get away and walk away. And so, but no, instead you're going to be working on yourself. You're going to be taming the lion, and you're going to be telling your ego that, no, I appreciate your help and your input, but I don't believe that. And perhaps if we reverse it, you'll start working on your own creative ideas. Now let's talk about the connection. Okay, what will happen with the connection in June? Again, this is a collective reading, so for some of you this will come true. For some of you it won't. It's a collective reading. We're all on our own paths. But what will happen to the connection? What will happen to the connection in June? 2 cards, please. What will happen in June? Why is every single card in here reversed? Nope. I feel like every card that comes out is reversed. We have 2 of Pentacles reversed, and then we have 1 of Swords reversed. Like, why? Okay. These are very pretty cards, though. Beautiful cards. Okay, so it's almost like we're still balancing out our divine feminine, divine masculine energies in June. It's still not quite balanced, okay? So we are still kind of like the divine feminine, still need to work on, really becoming the divine feminine. And on Monday, if you look at Monday's video, I really go into, because they asked me to, what it means to be divine feminine, okay? It's very important before you get into union is to really be the divine feminine and what that means, okay? So watch Monday's video. And I posted it on Monday, I should say. And the other one is 1 of Swords. So it's almost like in the connection, there's still not clarity. The truth is still not spoken. There's still no communication in the month of June. Darn it. This is not for everyone. This is a collective reading. Obviously, for some of you, you'll have communication. Obviously, for some of you, you will have connection. But for some of you, no. For some of you, you know who you are. For some of you, you're still working on your shadow side. You haven't quite integrated your shadow side yet. You haven't quite worked on your being the divine feminine. You haven't quite figured out what that means in being still. Really going within for everything and knowing it's all there no matter what. So they're asking us to master this. To be honest, I don't know, but I'm channeling that it's July. I'm hoping. I mean, I wish it was before July, but I'm kind of channeling that it's July. That a lot of us will have mastered all this. So, but I've been channeling July since last winter. And that really made me mad. Because winter was like so far away from July. And I was like, July? I'm like, I'm not waiting till July. That's dumb. Here I am waiting. No, I'm not waiting. I'm basically just working on myself. But anyway, all joking aside, June looks like a month of balancing your own divine feminine, divine masculine energies, as well as taming your ego and working on your shadow side, which everyone is. Everyone's kind of being forced to do that with all the retrogrades. That's what they're telling me. Okay, but let's get another clarifier. What is going to happen in the month of June, please? For the connection. Or what could happen in the month of June for the connection? Yeah, there'll be more stability. Got the palm tree. So there'll be more stability. There'll be more security, more growth, more flexibility, more endurance. So that's nice. So there'll definitely be growth with the DM and the DF. Although I still want to know what this decisions is all about. Why is the Two of Wands here for the Divine Masculine? What is this decision based on? I feel like I didn't get enough in the DM. What's going on? Why is the Two of Wands here? What is these? What kind of decision will they make? What is the decision that they're going to make? Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay, can you see that? I feel like my camera is kind of going in and out today. I don't know why. Anyway, so it says abundance. Keeping a positive mindset, manifesting exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. Okay, so in the month of June, it looks like the Divine Masculine is not going to take the risk of moving towards their Divine Feminine for some of you, but going within like an inner quest, but not walking away from the relationship, not walking away, and making a decision to manifest. Okay, and through gratitude, through bliss, they're going to follow their own bliss. They're going to have gratitude, have a positive mindset, and notice their own abundance. So that's really good. And they're making a decision that they want to make new memories with you. They want to make new memories with you. They don't want to just focus on the old memories. They want to make new memories with you. But let me get some clarifiers. What else is going to happen in the month of June? I need something. Sounds like May to me. What else is going to happen in June? Ooh, something fell out. Let's see what that one it was, and then we'll do a couple more. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay, so we got mute. That means no communication in the month of June. Ooh, family issues. Okay, so you know what this tells me? You know what that tells me? So yeah, this has to do with shadow work. Huge shadow work going on in June. So, on the DM and the DF side, we both had some issues in our bloodlines where it might have been some sort of generational thing where maybe there was drinking or gambling or some kind of abuse, or anything where, it's time for us to clean up that bloodline so that our future generation is free of that. Okay, free of those trapped emotions. I'm so sorry if my camera keeps going in and out. I don't know how to fix that. I'll have to see what the heck's going on with that. Okay, so anyway, so with family issues, that needs to be healed in the month of June. Okay, it could be something that's happening now. Maybe there's family issues now happening, but I have a feeling a lot of it has to do with old family issues that come up, because this will be mirrored back to you once you get into union. This will be mirrored back to you. Okay, and if you don't heal it, it's not going to be something you're going to understand when you're in twin flame union with your twin flame. You're going to feel like basically you're just gonna assume that he doesn't or she doesn't care about you, because it's not them not caring about you. It's what's within you that hasn't been healed yet due to your family issues. It's all that programming that you have. Okay, that's what the retrogrades are about. So we're trying to get rid of that. Okay, and then I got the fall. Okay, so for some of us, it looks like the fall will be the time frame of twin flame union, since that's what I was hoping to see. So for some of us, it will be in the fall. And again, that's just a timeline, okay? And I know people will say divine timing, and, really all this is a vibrational match, and all this is how fast. And it's not supposed to be a speedy thing, right? Like you're supposed to, like they're like, trust us and don't get into union beforehand, because like once you master what the retrogrades are asking you to master, any relationship you'll be in will be so peaceful and you'll be so happy that it would be like night and day. Your relationship with your twin flame, it'll be like night and day, based on the fact that you healed your shadow side, you integrated your shadow side, and you now are in love with your own shadow side, and make peace with your family issues and make peace with what has happened in the past. your relationship will be like night and day, is what they're telling me. And if that means waiting to the fall, it's worth it. And really, time goes by so fast. I know, I always think like the fall, that's so far away. It's only May. The summer hasn't even started yet. But the next thing I know, it'll be September. I know. That's just the way it works. Let's look at some. Again, I'm so sorry about this camera. Okay, so let's look at the oracles. So it says, this is something to ponder on. So for the month of June, it says, I am creative by doing. So it's like, what can you be creative? So like you're closest to your own divine self when you're in creation of something. And so think about how are you creative? Okay, that will bring you closer to your divine self. We also got exhaustion. Okay. So again, this is about keeping up appearances, okay? This is about overworking, maybe distracting yourself, trying so hard to suppress what you don't like about yourself, or not noticing, or still staying unconscious. That all that unconscious energy inside of you that you've suppressed years ago that you thought was gone, but is actually really trapped inside of you. And that's actually really pushing you away from your divine masculine vibrationally or energetically, I should say. And so it brings us to exhaustion. Okay, I'm sorry, that's the neighbor's dog. Sorry about that. And so instead of trying to keep up appearances, instead of working all the time, they're asking you just face it, right? Face your fears, face those dark shadows, face those things you've been suppressing for years. Stop fighting it. Just in June, just go for it. Sit with yourself, love yourself, embrace it, cry it out, do the emotion code, face those shadows, and don't do what I did. Don't tell yourself that you're, like, what did I tell myself? I had an actual word that I called myself. But anyway, I pretty much called myself like an idiot or something like that, where I was just so, like about my shadows, like I wasn't accepting my shadows and saying that I am not definitely far from perfect and I'm definitely not a good person and this and that. Like I just went all over the place doing my shadow work. Like it was just terrible. So don't do what I did. Be centered, do your shadow work, be accepting of it, love yourself, love those parts of you that society says is bad. Love that part of yourself and accept it and integrate it with the rest of yourself. That's just a simple way of putting it, but you can research that more. Okay, we also pulled a sign from Spirit, and this says starfish, and this says safe passage. Wow. Yeah, so what this is telling me is that things are going to get a little easier, because right now we're all feeling like this, right? We're all feeling like we've been going through some work. So once we get done with that, now we're going to go through the safe passage. Okay, maybe if you see a star, picture of a starfish. So that's the universe telling you that you're safe now. You're now going into a new cycle, you're going through a transition where you're about to go into a safer, probably not safer, but like more at ease type, I don't know, journey. Okay. Ooh, for some of you in June, there'll be a new career. So that's awesome. So for some of you, you'll be starting a new career. It could be working for yourself. It could be working for others. But in the month of June, I'm seeing that, or maybe it's happening now, the end of May, there is a new career for you. So that's exciting. Okay. We also have Archangel Michael. And this one says, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. Interesting. So maybe the new career has something to do with your life purpose or something to do with your life purpose. Maybe in June will be a month that you will start working on something that has to do with your life purpose because the divine, I'm sure, is pushing you in some sort of way. You also got gold. And this says divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. Not fake ones, but sincere prayers. That's what it says right here, sincere. Make sure your prayers are sincere. Make sure you mean it. Make sure your intention's in the right place. And then the divine intervention will happen. God will send miracles to answer your sincere prayers. Okay. Next one you got is improving health. So for some of you, your health will be improving. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for your comforting reassurance about this situation. So for some of you who are in a situation with a health problem, it looks like that will definitely improve in the month of June. So I'm excited about that. All right. And then the last card we got is transformation. Yeah. So month of June, there'll be some huge transformation after we come out of all these retrogrades, after we come out of the eclipse in June, all sorts of good stuff is going to happen. So yeah, June looks very promising. But yeah, you don't want to get into twin flame union too soon if you're still working on healing your shadow side, if you're still balancing out your own divine feminine, your own divine masculine energies. It's really worth it. It's really worth it to work on your own family issues. It'll be worth waiting for. And just feel like you're coming out of this. You don't want to go into twin flame union feeling like this. Okay? Because I know a lot of you are exhausted, especially with what's going on outside too. So keep working on yourself. You're doing really well. I mean, you're about to tame the ego. You're about to tame your ego. That's wild. And some of you are in for a new career or something to do with your life purpose. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Oh, and then tomorrow we're gonna do what are you and your DM not seeing yet? There's something that you and your divine counterpart is not seeing. So we're going to do a reading on that tomorrow. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. I do these daily, and I'm doing everything to help everyone get into twin flame union. And my biggest hope is for anyone who comes on this channel is going to become the best versions of themselves, as well as get into twin flame union, and maybe be the first round to do so. Well, anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.